There are a whole host of benefits of moving to Canada, both lifestyle-wise and just opportunity-wise. And you may be wondering where to move, whether you're just looking at Canada thinking, should I move to a big city? Should I move to a smaller town? Should I choose East Coast, West Coast, Ontario? Where should I go? This video is going to help you out, but specifically we're going to be looking at the small towns that can supercharge your lifestyle and make you enjoy every moment of your new life here in Canada. This is the top 15 small towns in Canada for 2021-22. Now before we get started, let me show you my small town of Peterborough, Ontario. Well, technically Lakefield, Ontario, and if I can get my drone to work and go right up into the sky, you can see how beautiful it is, how much nature you get. And if I told you we got 4 acres of land for around $200,000, mind you, it was about 8 or 9 years ago, and built this up, and now this property has inflated very close, most likely, to $1 million in just 7 or 8 years, you'd be gobsmacked. You'd say, oh my God. You would say, I want to get started in rural Canada. Let's get into the list right now. So the places that found their way onto this list earn their respective spots by offering scenic views, unpretentious atmospheres, and exceptional attractions. The trifecta of the perfect small town, in my opinion. While there are plenty of reasons to visit big cities, traveling to small towns provides a special experience for travelers who really want to get to know a place. And there's usually no need for detailed itineraries and long-winded tour guide books, because in a small town, the best adventures are discovered just by wandering around on foot or taking the time to talk to locals. So here are some places you might want to consider. Number 1, Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario. With a lively food scene, quaint bed and breakfasts, and spectacular golf courses, Niagara-on-the-Lake is a small town with a population of 17,511. Nestled on the southern shores of Lake Ontario, not far from Niagara Falls, this scenic town is a popular tourist destination in the summer months. The long days, warm weather, scenic countryside, and lively downtown make for the perfect getaway. And also, Niagara-on-the-Lake is a very popular day trip from Toronto, so you may want to give it a shot. Coffee. Wow, super strong. Number 2, it's in one of my favorite places because I lived there for 6 years, Nova Scotia. This is Mahone Bay. Now close your eyes and try to imagine the perfect maritime town. Chances are what you're picturing is pretty close to what Mahone Bay looks like. Think charming churches, delightful shops, and houses painted the colors of Easter eggs. Located in Nova Scotia's Lunenburg County, Mahone Bay's population is estimated at 1,036, but the number keeps on growing. Mahone Bay has the distinction of being the fastest growing municipality in the province, and historically Mahone Bay was a shipbuilding town. You'll see many nods to its heritage as you wander around. Okay, and number 3 on our list is UCLUELET, British Columbia. Just south of the world's most famous surf mecca of Tofino lies a small town with a lot to offer, UCLUELET. Situated on the rugged west coast of Vancouver Island, UCLUELET offers many of the same attractions as Tofino: surfing, beaches, beautiful resorts and lodges, fishing, hiking, whale watching with fewer crowds, and there are art galleries to pursue, spas for the indulgent treat, and restaurants that are true hidden gems. The estimated 1,717 people who call UCLUELET home know how awesome it is to be there. Number 4, Yukon is becoming more popular, especially with many of the immigration programs out there that are starting, especially all over northern Canada in general. Dawson City, Yukon. Though its population today stands at 1,375, the historical town of Dawson City hasn't always been so small. At the peak of the Klondike Gold Rush in the late 19th century, more than 16,000 people lived in Dawson City, hoping to share in the fortunes. Most of these people eventually left and settled elsewhere, but Dawson City remains the second largest community in the Yukon. Number 5, I love Prince Edward Island for its seafood, for its red sand, and for its kind people. Number 5 is Victoria by the Sea, Prince Edward Island. Victoria by the Sea is officially the smallest town on this list of exceptional small towns, with a population of just 74, though the number inflates in the summer, as seasonal residents make their migration. In a province full of lovely seaside towns, Victoria by the Sea is in a league of its own. The town is small and easily walkable, and every shop you see is worth a visit, especially the famous chocolate shop. You'll want to save Victoria by the Sea for a summer visit, as this already quiet town is extra sleepy in the winter. If you're planning a trip to PEI, it's definitely worth spending a day. This is Jasper, Alberta. Whether you're hiking the Rockies in the summer or skiing them in the winter, Jasper is an adventurer's dream destination. And and it may be the next place you want to live. The list of Jasper's top activity reads like an avid explorer's bucket list: trekking to alpine lakes, going on a wildlife tour, chasing waterfalls, exploring ice canyons, dog sledding, ice skating on a frozen lake. The list goes on and on. About 4,500 people have managed to make Jasper a permanent lifestyle, and there's a good chance that you can too. Number 7, we can say it like SAINT-SAVEUR, Quebec, but we can also say it like SAINT-SAVEUR, Quebec. Situated in the heart of the Laurentian Mountains, SAINT-SAVEUR, with a population of almost 10,000, might be one of the most adorable villages in all of Quebec. Though it's less than an hour from Montreal, SAINT-SAVEUR feels every bit like the secluded mountain town, especially after a fresh snowfall. There are 6 ski resorts in the area, and we'll do the math for you. You could stay a week and ski somewhere new almost every day. That being said, if you want to move to this small town, if you speak French, that's going to be a plus. I would not recommend moving to Quebec, even Montreal, not permanently, without at least speaking French and being fluent in French. That's something I wanted to mention. And number 8 on our list is Golden, British Columbia. The interior of BC has more than a few small laid-back mountain towns that are all worthy of a place on this list, but Golden wins our gold medal. In terms of geography, Golden has got it all. 2 major rivers, Columbia and Kicking Horse, 3 epic mountain ranges, and 5 major national parks in the vicinity. For many of its 3,700 residents, life in Golden involves making the most of the surrounding mountains. You can hike in the summer, ski and snowboard at Kicking Horse Mountain Resort, or in the backcountry if you want in the winter, and you can enjoy the stunning vistas 365 days of the year. Number 9, we hear a lot about New Brunswick, but what about those more secretive places that no one talks about? This is Alma, New Brunswick. Just outside of Fundy National Park is the tiny fishing village of Alma, with a population of 232. Alma is the gateway to world-famous high tides of the Bay of Fundy. It's also a great spot to grab a bite to eat after a hike in the park. You can try the sticky buns, they're pretty good. The town raves about them, and it's for a good reason. The nearby Cape Enrage Nature Preserve is a special natural attraction with towering cliffs, rocky beaches, and an iconic lighthouse. It's the kind of place where you could easily spend hours exploring, or it may be the next destination you choose to live. Number 10, if you're a Canadian, you've heard of it before. This is Churchill, Manitoba. Fun fact, there are about as many polar bears in the western Hudson Bay area around Churchill as there are permanent residents of Churchill, which are around 1,000. And a second fun fact, there are 60 times as many belugas. So many belugas. Polar bears are the primary attraction of this very northerly small town. Tourists flock to Churchill in the late fall to catch a glimpse of the majestic white bears, often planning side adventures for viewing the northern lights. There are 2 ways you can get to Churchill. You can fly in, it's just 2 hours from Winnipeg, or you can catch a train in. I think it's 2 days from Winnipeg. Now, driving is not really an option. There are no roads. It's really remote, and we did mention that at the beginning of the video. I hope this list was interesting to you. If the video helped or even sparked any interest, be sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching.